Hi, friends. Welcome to Caroline and Rashi. And guess who I have with me? Coco Dominguez.
I was whistling. Hey, I'm happy to be here filling in for Caroline.
Yes, I'm so excited that you're here. We were talking about how it is your son's birthday.
It is. He is 18 years old today.
First of all, congratulations to you.
Thank you.
When I was pregnant with my first, Coco was the one that really, I was training her on traffic. And she was training me on how to birth a baby. She's like, I remember she was like, it's a lot of pressure. It's so
you told me the same thing about traffic.
Yes, yeah.
We had 2 weeks. They were like, you have 2 weeks to learn how to do traffic before
that was
Rashi goes
huge.
into
Yeah,
labor
yes.
or before the Super Bowl gets here in 2017.
We don't know which one's going to happen first.
Yes.
But, you know, congratulations to you because 18 years ago, you were having your son, and I think parents play such
They're trying to get me in it.
I'm in my zone. Go away. Don't take pictures.
As long as you don't involve me, you don't get in my way.
Right,
you know,
right,
I'm
yeah.
okay with that. I mean, because some people, a lot of money and work, people are working. They're trying to get these videos.
Yes.
And they're trying to, you know. But as long as you take time to enjoy it as well, I will put my gas in.
Right.
Like, oh my God, it was hot. Or Beyonce's car's leaning.
I know.
Get your phone.
Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
You know, things, yeah. Oh
Put
my
it
gosh.
to your face too. Oh my God.
Yeah,
oh my
you're
God.
like, look at this one.
I know.
But no, you have to enjoy
Yes.
being present, because by the time, I mean, everything's like this, and then we always overshoot. That stuff, you film yourself recording and singing, you're never going to post.
No, and that's
I
the
don't.
same way, like, I'll tell you something, and there are people who do this, and I hope you don't do this, or anybody else after I tell you this.
Nobody.
Like, there are people, I think it's so annoying to film fireworks. Like, you're not going to go back and watch them. Stop, filming fireworks.
Let
Just
me think
enjoy
if I've filmed
it.
fireworks.
Enjoy it. There is no way your camera is going to capture the magnitude of what a fireworks like whole show is like. But there'll be people, and so every 4th of July, New Year's, my friends send me fireworks pictures and videos, and I'm like, I don't really care because I'm not gonna feel that. Okay?
Yeah, no, fireworks go quick. You know what I mean? If you're like, hey, we're watching, but they go too fast. Enjoy that magical moment.
Yes.
And that is.
But you're not gonna. Who's gonna be?
Who's
like,
going to go back and watch?
look at this show?
Look at this 19-minute show.
It goes pew
Pew. No, yeah, fireworks is a whole different thing.
Yeah,
I think I've heard you say that. That's like your pet peeve.
Yeah, but I don't want to put it out there too much. Okay. So just. All right, we'll be right back.
No,
Yeah.
You don't know who's on the other side.
Right, but they're Mexican.
On that one specifically. They would be.
They would be. But we love everybody, right?
Absolutely.
Yes. Thank you so much for watching Houston.
Adios.
Not Houston Live and Local. Carolina Rashi. We will see you next time. Bye, friends.
Adios. I'll see you in a second.
Hill Country community are wrapping their arms around one another. This is as search and recovery efforts continue nearly a week after those catastrophic floods swept through central Texas. Much of the search is on horseback. More than 170 people are still missing right now. Fox's Oliviana Calmes has been on the ground in Ingram, Texas. Oliviana, what are people telling you there? As you search for Amazon Prime deals, make sure you are shopping on the real Amazon website. Security firms have uncovered more than 120,000 fakes. Leah Napoliello with the Better Business Bureau shares some important advice for shoppers. She spoke with our Denise Middleton. While hundreds of volunteers are helping in the recovery and cleanup in Central Texas, a chef is trying to keep them fed. Fox's Alex Boyer reports. All right, we're your Gulf Coast Weather Authority. Let's talk about the tropics, Remeisha.
Well, they are finally quiet. It was kind of a
good.
slow start to the season. Of course, hurricane season for the Atlantic started on June 1st, but we've already had 3 tropical storms now. No hurricanes, no major hurricanes, but we've gone through the A name, the B name, the C name, Andrea, Barry, Chantal. Chantal, of course, was the first tropical system this season, at least, to make landfall in the U.S. But this is the graphic I always like to pull out.
Yes, nice and blue.
If you're about to hop on a cruise ship, maybe go on a vacation in the Caribbean, down to parts of Mexico, yes, no tropical activity expected for the next 7 days across the Atlantic basin. Now, we did have an important update come out yesterday. Of course, Colorado State University meteorologists come out with that preseason hurricane forecast, what they're thinking as far as named storms, hurricanes, major hurricanes. This will be the second update. The first update, the numbers didn't change. The second update that came out yesterday, the numbers dropped a tiny bit from 17 named storms to 16, 9 hurricanes to 8, and major hurricanes expected dropped from 4 to 3.
All right. And so when it comes to our forecast, what are we looking at here?
Well, that is still actually a slightly above normal season. Normally we'd have about 14 named storms, 7 hurricanes, and about 3 major hurricanes. So they're thinking that it's not going to be quite as busy as they initially expected because there's a lot of strong shear in the Caribbean. So that's basically a change of wind speed or direction with height, and that kind of helps to rip these tropical systems apart. It makes it harder for them to develop and keep going. But we're still expecting a fairly busy season because the waters in the Atlantic are really warm, lack of El Nino. So of course, you know, no matter what happens, quiet or not, please be prepared because a system can pop up at any time. And what do we always say? It only takes one.
Yes, it really does. And
Yes,
the Saharan dust
make it a
helps
bad
with
season.
that, right? Like, because
Yes.
it encourages, I guess, like the activity not to be there.
Exactly. It's very dry air. As you can see, it's a big plume moving right over us right now. And that Saharan dust is fairly widespread across the Atlantic. So it kind of helps to limit that tropical activity. So we have quite a bit of dust out there, that Saharan dust kind of helping us out. So we don't have any hurricanes or tropical storms out there. But it also causes hazy skies when it moves over H-Town and maybe some kind of vivid sunrises and sunsets. So we can look forward to that maybe today and tomorrow. That dust, though, will dry us out for Friday, 20% rain chance. But then as the dust leaves, here comes the rain again. Maybe messing with your pool time this weekend. So be careful.
All right, Remeisha, thank you. We'll be right back. It's his final moments during the July 4th floods to call his son and daughter to tell them he loved them. He was staying with his wife at an RV camp in Kerrville. They say the call helped warn them to evacuate a nearby campsite. Lori Brown with our sister station in Dallas spoke to the man's son about his father, who is yet to be found. What a powerful story there. Well, here's a look at what's coming up on The News Edge at 6. Anthony Antoine taking a deeper dive into those stories. The News Edge Early Edition at 6 starts right now.
Carlisha Haywood and Xavier Goodwin Washington are the two accused and charged in this plot. Now, Haywood is the former DMV employee. She spent just a night here in the Harris County Jail behind me before posting her $5,000 bond. On the other hand, will be staying here a little longer because he was out on bond for another fraud-related case when he was arrested. Records and the Harris County District Attorney Washington was a part of a group that would steal cars and then sell those cars to unaware buyers. They made the whole thing legit by swapping out the VIN numbers with clean VIN numbers of other vehicles of the same make and model. This is where investigators say Haywood came in. They said she would put those clean VIN numbers on a title so then the vehicle could be sold. Now, where did the thieves get these? But we're told by experts that thieves steal VIN numbers from people like you and me, from text messages, emails, and even social media.
Some people just want to parade the new car on social media to impress friends and family, and people that are hackers and they do social media engineering, they can go there and blow up the car. They can look at the parts that they could steal and also look at the VIN numbers with no problem.
The Texas DMV confirmed that Haywood is no longer employed with them. And as for Washington, he was out on not one, but 2 fraud-related bonds when this arrest happened. I dig into those details on this full story on Fox26Houston.com and the Fox Local app. For Fox 26 News, Abigail Dye.
Lending a helping hand to the flood victims through volunteering, donating, and even praying. A special mass was held at Annunciation Church in downtown Houston. Reporter Sherman DeSalle was there. At 9 o'clock, we told you about Xavier Goodwin Washington and former DMV employee Carlisha Haywood. They're both charged in a VIN swapping auto theft scheme. Well, now our Abigail Dye has found Washington was out of 2 separate bonds when this arrest happened.
And he was arrested Wednesday in this auto theft scheme, and records show that this is a pattern for him. He was charged that bond just a couple of days later, and he's been charged with forging a government document in this VIN swapping scheme. Now, he's being held in the Harris County Jail with no bond. It was denied for that March case, and he has a trial date coming up in Brazoria County in August. For Fox 26 News, I'm Abigail Dye.
Car in 4K. First